YouTube, what's happening? It is Tuesday, April 8th, and we're going to talk about the NBA now. There are 10 games on the slate today that you see before you. We're going to break every game down like we always do, try to find some value. But first, a little recap of yesterday, shall we? Obviously, I combined it in a college and NBA video. Florida covered the Bear. I mean, hey, a win's a win. 2 point that we'll take it. So great game, amazing game to end the season. Sad the season's over. I get a little sad every time the season ends because now it won't be back till like November. So, man. So, anywho, Sabonis hit basically in the third quarter. He had 36 at the end of the three, so that was a nice hit. And then Bam didn't play, but I'm sure if he did, he probably would have did well because he had the best matchup possible. So, 2-0 sweep. We'll call that. I don't really call that a sweep, but whatever. If you want the plays topped out for every sport I do, or you want access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research, all you got to do is go check out the HQ. Simple as that. So, 10 games on the slate. Let's stop wasting time. Let's go find some value, shall we? All right, before we jump into the games, we got to look at this. Now, look, be cautious today. There are only literally a handful of games left. The playoffs start next weekend. So on the 19th, I believe it is. So it's 11 days from now. We got to look at this because there's a lot of games that don't matter at all. There's motivation levels are going to be low for a lot of teams. We got teams actively trying to tank to get better records. We got teams that have, look, these are all locked in. You can pretty much see who's locked in what positions already. The West is a little wild. That's a lot going on in the West. So, San Antonio, Portland are now eliminated officially. Phoenix is basically right there. If they lose or Dallas wins or Sacramento wins, they're going to be pretty much out too. So we know who the teams are. The top 10 for each one's going to be. It's just going to be what you do. Like Oklahoma City has no incentive to do anything. They could just rest everybody until the playoffs start. There's nothing they can worry about. So maybe this overall home court, if they face Cleveland, that's the only thing. So, but we'll look a little deeper at each one when we get to the game. So game lines, first game. What are we starting with first? What's the first game? Let me pull up my sheet because I like to go in order by the sheet. And the sheet says Chicago, Cleveland's first. Cool. This one is a 13.5-point spread. Just so you know, there's going to be a lot of passing for the next week. Just NBA and NHL because playoff time is when we'll ramp it back up. But we got to be cautious right now. We're not trying to give away profits. The last week before playoffs is always rough. It was rough for MLB last season. It was rough for the NFL. It was rough for college. It was... So, anyways, moving on. Cleveland 13.5 with this hold of 239. Let me show you the spreadsheet. And I also need to show you the actual lineup so we can see all that stuff. So let me pull those up too. So we'll do this first. 1-7 on points. They've been scoring a lot of points. Defense optional. 1v11, 8v4. I mean, if you could take it over if you wanted to. We're currently sitting at 239. This is coming out to what? 246 and 236. So you could go over because there's a chance this might goes over. Because even if the stars don't play much, you're still going to have a lot of fastness with other players. So let's look at the actual lineups now. Schedule, Chicago, depth chart, who's playing, who's not. See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at all the letters. Look at this stuff. Today's Tuesday. Trey Jones won't play today. Herter will not play today. Vucevic is questionable. Giddey is questionable. But Ball won't play. White rested. I wouldn't be surprised if they rested Vucevic and Giddey as well. Just chalk it to a loss, which means Cleveland is probably going to rest a bunch as well. Just Donovan Mitchell so far. Nice. Won't play Tuesday. Well, instantly, if Chicago doesn't play nobody and Cleveland doesn't play Mitchell, the depth chart alone, Garland, Strus, Mobley, Allen versus what, a bunch of backups? Matas, Dalen Terry. Yeah, I would still take Cleveland 13.5, even with this, because we actually have backups and stars. So I'm not doing props in this one. We're not even going to, I guess I can show you the props. I got you. Don't worry. I'll show you the props. Let me hit a refresh, make sure we got the crispiest lines available possible. So let's do this. Games, Bulls, Cavs. Let me show you. There's your props. If you want to go Garland, you can. You want to go Jerome, you can see that. You can see how they've done recently. It's all Cleveland. There's Matas a little bit. So if you think someone's going to pop up, I don't know who you think it might be, but I personally won't do that. I am going to take Cleveland, though. I am actually intrigued. If they do play their other four people, then hey, I'm down for that. Cool beans. But outside of that, I think Chicago's going to probably rest everybody and just chalk it up like, hey, nah, we'll worry about the next game. So we'll take Cleveland minus 13.5 in this one and move on to the next game. Our game two is going to be Washington and Indiana. We get Indiana 18.5. Okay, that was getting crazy. 237.5. Let's look over at the, did I do depth yet? No, I did not. I need to open up the depth chart so you can see the depth chart. It might help. Who's playing, who's not playing? Wizards, we know, are completely eliminated from everything. They only got 17 wins. Middleton's not playing. Oh no. You can see the list of who's not playing there. Indiana, what matters? They're 47-31. What's your depth chart? Everybody, Siakam is day to day, which means he probably will not play. Questionable for Tuesday. Why play him? If they're injured, I can see they're going to lean more on the side of caution for the next week, guaranteed. If you think they're questionable, just assume they're not playing. So let's go to the spreadsheet and show you what we got. Now, the question is, without Siakam, with Halliburton and all them, can they still beat Washington by 19 points? That's the question. That's a lot of damn points. Washington is just giving up. You can see, hell, they might as well grab 5 fans up the stands and let them try because they might do just as well. Because I don't know if you can get any worse than this. So, yeah, Indiana's clearly better. But, I mean, I'll show you props, but this is not a game I want to put my money on. I mean, Halliburton could easily have these numbers, but is he going to play the whole game? That's the question you need to ask. So, like, let's open up Hallie and just take a look at him real quick and see what they expect. So, see, last 10 games, he's averaging 30.4. It's going down a little bit against head-to-head against Washington. You can see what he's done. He's been right there at the number. Yeah, it sounds good, right? It sounds feasible, but I mean, if you want to chase it, by all means. But PRA, yeah, you can see there's a slow slope downward. Think of it like the stock market. It's slowly going down. Why is it going down? Because Indiana knows they're in the playoffs. They're kind of easing off the pedal a little bit, waiting for the playoffs, I would think. So I'm not touching it. You can. I'm passing. Next. All right, next up we got Atlanta and Orlando, and we have 4.5 Orlando, 225.5 is our total. This is one we actually should probably pop over to the schedule and look at the actual like standings. So we got Orlando and Atlanta are literally fighting for the 7 seed. So because they're not going to get the 6, and they could potentially fall to 9. So these two teams are fighting each other. So we actually have a battle that matters. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme. They're both in the playoffs because they're not. All these teams are in the playoffs, guaranteed. It's just, are you in? What game do you play in the play-in bracket? So let's go to the spreadsheet. 5-5, 7-3. We can see 6-3, 18 versus 4. This is literally a great matchup. Everything's close, fast, slow. We can see everything there. Let's go to props. This might be a prop game. So let's see who we potentially have. We do want to fade any team playing. I mean, not Atlanta can't stop the 3-pointers, and Orlando can't shoot the 3-pointers. If Orlando could shoot threes, we would take it. Somebody to hit a 3, but I don't. What, Cole Anthony hit 1 3? How many times did he hit 1 3 a game? Is he like bam and just hits a bunch? Occasionally, yeah, he does. Head against Atlanta, he's hit 4 straight times. This is one of those cheeky plays. It's like, is he going to get enough playing time? How many threes does he take? Sometimes he takes none. Sometimes he takes 6. It all depends on what happens. But we do really need to be looking at the depth chart too, which I completely overlooked. My B. Who's playing for Atlanta? Trae Young is going to be probable. He always is probable. Yep, nothing new there. Depth chart for the Magic. Corey Joseph, KCP, Wagner, Banchero, Wendell Carter, Anthony off the bench. He's been shooting a lot of threes. I'm kind of down for this 1 3-pointer play for him. I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of feeling it. I mean, yeah, how many minutes does he get? Oh, okay, his minutes got cut, didn't they? My God. Damn. Wait. No, yeah, they've been cut pretty good. What about Corey Joseph? How's he doing? We'll scroll all the way down if we have to. Let's find it. Franz over rebounds, assists is actually doing. He has a good matchup. LeVert under threes, terrible matchup for him. And he's been hitting unders. Hell, let's look at LeVert under threes. I'm down. Magic's 7th in the league at stopping threes. We'll see. Is it worth? No, he just popped off for 3 last game against Utah in a 147-134 game. Damn. Oh, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Dyson Daniels over points assist. I don't like taking props against Orlando. Their defense is pretty, good, as you see. That's his last 2 games against Orlando. Not the best. I kind of just want to take Orlando. They're 7-3. What's the one? Orlando 4.5. Oh man, I'm not really feeling that too much. Anything down here? Let's dumpster dive a little bit. Anything good down here? Anything good? Anything good? Corey Joseph over 2.5 threes. We have to dig for it. We might find it. How many threes are you taking? Enough to where you're facing Atlanta and you're the starting point guard now? What's your outline for? Oh, all right. I'm going to do this because we're literally going to fade this number right here. Corey Joseph is the starting point guard right now. He is getting the bulk of the minutes. Let me show you again the prop. He's getting the minutes at point guard. He's going to have the ball. He's going to shoot more. It's not the best line, I know, but last time he faced Orlando, he hit 2. We just need 2. If you don't like it, don't take it. I know. I'm going to roll the dice a little bit for this plus 145 just because of the matchup. We'll go Joseph. Over 1.5 threes. If you don't like it, don't take it, by all means. So I'm taking it next. Next up, we got Memphis at Charlotte, and we're looking at 13.5 on the road, 228.5 at Charlotte. Ugh, I don't know about that. Let's look at the depth chart and everything. Josh Green's out. KJ Simpson's point. Seth Curry, Mark Bridges. Bridges has stopped playing, really. He's just trying. No update, obviously. Everyone's playing for Memphis. Memphis should do well. Should, but you know how that works. 3-7. They're not doing well still. They're still struggling. So terrible matchup here. That's push. That leans Charlotte. That leans Memphis. This is garbage. This is a pass from me, I'm going to tell you right now, but I'll show you the props in case you want to see it. You might want to play something. You got a bunch of hundreds here for Taj Gibson under. Taj Gibson in the year 2025. In this economy, we have Taj Gibson underlines. I mean, hell, somebody's going to play, right? Maybe. So Ja over 35. I mean, hell, they could beat them without Ja even in the game probably. So if you want to take one of these props, I'll put the main ones up here. I'm going to slowly scroll so you can see them. But I'm personally not touching this garbage. I don't like the heavy road favorite against a team that's kind of, yeah, no, we're going to pass and just move on to the next game. Look at this. I even thought about it for a second because I saw the spreadsheet. I was like, wait a minute. Well, Memphis is pretty bad at stopping the three, right? Just kind of like Atlanta is. I was like, well, maybe I should look at threes. I mean, not be so rash on passing. And I said, well, all right, let's pull some props up. So I pulled it up. I sorted it by over and threes. And look, I still can't get any. We got Bridges, and he's 16 and 50. Like, they're so bad they can't even hit threes, period. Like, look at how bad this team is. Like, it's terrible. So, yeah, there we go. The pass was the right play. Now let's move on to the next game, which is going to be, who shall it be? It's going to be New Orleans and Brooklyn. Pass. I'm sorry, we're not taking. Some of these games are just ridiculously bad, but hey, whatever. It makes sense. So let me load everything up real quick because I want to make sure you have all the information you need for the play. So what do we have? 3-point for Brooklyn at home with a 212. All right, let's see who's playing. A lot of zeros, a lot of O's. Who do we have for Brooklyn out? Johnson out, Sharp out, Russell out, Cam Johnson out. So who's playing? Zaire, Nick Claxton, Watford, Tosan Evubuwum, whoever that is, Derek. Okay. Yeah, we got some G Leaguers in here, basically, is what I'm saying. Bruce Brown, Missy, Keon Brooks. Yeah, this game is a double S. So, yeah, you see the numbers. There you go. Let me show you some props. Not that screen, this screen. No. I want the Nets. There we go. Got them. Here are the Nets. Here's your props. If you want to take one of these, be my guest. Have fun. I ain't touching none of this. This is going to be yet another pass. Can't lose when you pass, right? That's what I thought. Next. All right, game 6 is going to be Boston versus New York. And we can see currently it's 1.5 for New York at home, 221.5. This is a game we can actually look at the standings, see if it matters much. Boston's got 58 wins. Knicks have 50, so there's no standings here. Boston's probably not. I mean, Boston have to win every game, clean up to lose every game for them to swap places. But with 4 games left in there, because there's 78 for Boston, I don't see it. I don't see how this matters at all, really. So you could see some wrestling. Let's go ahead and look at the depth charts as well while we're here. Depth charts, Boston. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Stuff right there. Everyone's questionable, probable, questionable. Al Horford's out. Probable, questionable. Yeah, you just can't trust things like this. And you got New York. What are they doing? Brunson's is probable. So this game means nothing to either team. Literally, that's it. They're both locked in their 2 and 3 seeds. Boston could potentially, but New York, they're not even at risk to lose the 2, are they? I guess Pacers could if they win every game. New York loses every game. Yeah, that Pacers could take over the 3 seed, but. Man, it does not matter. Let's keep it a buck. They don't. All right, look at the numbers. 9-1, 7-3. Both teams playing great though. You can see information here. So 3 versus 26. I don't see Boston. If they do play their players, they're not going to play them like usual. And New York probably the same. So let's go look at props, see if anything potentially looks good. Because so far, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So yeah. Let's look at OG. Let's see what he's been up to. I'm kind of curious. Yeah, see, his number's 19.5 because they already know he's not going to play much. Yeah, he's going to be reduced minutes for sure, for certain, but certainly. So you can see all of this, and it's just everybody's numbers look amazing today. It's like, oh, there's gonna be people on Twitter pushing. It's like, look, it's so good, and all of a sudden, like, oh, why didn't it hit? I'm like, I wonder why. So, yeah, no, I'm passing. I can't. No, next. All right, next up is Minnesota, Milwaukee. What a fun one. Is Minnesota 5.5 on the road. 223 is our total. Let's go over here and look at the. Oh, we need to start off with ye old depth chart. So let's actually do that first. Not depth chart, standings. We got to go to West Coast. Milwaukee is pretty, yeah, they're trying not to, they're not going to fall out of the top six. They could potentially pass Indiana if they lose every game. So there could be some seeding here. Minnesota is down here at the 46, tied here. They want to get out of here. So Minnesota has some, I would say Minnesota has more incentive to play harder because you don't want to be in the 7. You want to be in the top 6, obviously. So let's go over to the spreadsheet real quick. Oh, and we also got to do the, whatchamacallit, the depth charts too. Actually, let's do that first. Let's do depth charts first. Let me load those up. Minnesota, depth chart. Everyone's playing. Nice. See, Minnesota's trying. I like that. Milwaukee, Giannis is probable, like always. Yep, nothing new. Spreadsheets, we see 7-3, 6-4. Blow pretty decent. Can't complain. 7B21. Is that going to be Rudy Gobert again? I mean, I've taken this dude twice now. He's cash for me. I'm like, man, I talk so much shit about this dude all year. 5 for 20. That's going to be 3-point shooting. So you could take Milwaukee threes. You could take Minnesota inside. You could take Minnesota just period. I feel like they have more motivation. Let's go to props, see what we have. Who's going to stop? Who's going to stop? Who has a good matchup? Man, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to go back to the well. Man, look at this man just continually balling out. PR. That is a incline right there. That is a hill. That is a steep crevasse, if you will. 19, 18, 12, 25. Damn. All right, done. I'm sorry. All there is out there is Giannis, and Brook Lopez is too busy hanging out on the 3-point line to do anything rebound wise. So I'll take it. We're going Gogurt, baby. We're going go. If he doesn't hit, he doesn't hit. But I mean, I got to reward the man for he's hit twice now. So let's go. 25.5. Man, points, rebounds. Crazy for Gobert. Gogurt. Yeah, who else will we even take? How's he done against Milwaukee? Last 3 games against Milwaukee, he has 16, 11, 12, 19, 20, and 14. Yeah, we're doing that. Anything else look good? Sure, if you want to take anything else. If you want a Milwaukee 3-point play, because some people might want that, I don't know what to tell you. So good luck. Maybe AJ Green to hit, but then Minnesota is season-wise they're 3rd, but lately they're 20th. So you could take AJ Green or Gary Trent. You could take that, but I'm taking Rudy Gobert next. Next up, we got LA and OKC. Where's it at? Right there. It is 14.5 for the Thunder at home, which tells me somebody's not playing for the Lakers today. Let's go ahead and just figure that out real quick before we spend any time on this game. Depth chart for the Lakers. Is anybody playing? Let's see. Bronny's questionable. Illness. Okay. Ankle. Questionable. Ruiz out. Ruiz questionable. LeBron questionable. Doncic questionable. All right. Okay, see, everybody playing or what? Their whole team's there. Okay, cool. Spreadsheet wise, let's look at the numbers. Whoa, 13v1 is OKC. That's a push. 3-pointers per days. 3-point shooting. Pick somebody. Doesn't matter who. Rating wise. Man. 14.5. That tells me like Luka, Braun, maybe both. Maybe nobody plays. I don't know. Let's go to props. See, this is one of those I just don't know what to do. You could take Isaiah Joe if you want. Other than that, who else would you take? Luka under. You could do 42.5 Luka. Look at that. I'm not seeing any Braun. There's Braun. I was like, where's he at? A lot of just nothing. What is this down here? Yeah, Jackson Hayes, more Braun, Austin Reeves. If you want to take something by all means, have fun. This is one mainly because we don't know who's going to be out there on the floor because they like to wait till the last second. Oh, let me show you the where's it at? Yeah, this matters a lot too. Lakers are in the 3 seed. They're trying. You would think they'd be trying because they're there. OKC has locked it up. So last time we had this type of thought process, the Lakers won by a good bit, but everybody's not playing potentially, and the line is that much. Damn, that's a lot. I need to know who's playing before I take it. So for right now, it's a pass. I might come back later once I see the actual injury report, and I might add LA. But for now, I'm passing. Next. Golden State and Phoenix are up next, and it is Golden State 9.5 on the road, 226.5 is our total. Let's look at our depth charts and see who's playing before we do anything else. That's what we got to do every game now. Everybody there for Golden State, nice. Phoenix, how you guys doing? Everybody but Durant and Nick. Durant is out Tuesday. Richards is probable. Let's go to the spreadsheet now. Hell, let's go back and look at the standings. We need to do standings for these two. Phoenix is literally done. They're about done. If you don't win or you don't get Dallas or Sacramento losing games, it's over. Golden State is currently fighting to stay in the 6th spot against Minnesota, who is, you saw what they're doing against Milwaukee, so they should be trying hard. So I think Phoenix is probably done after tonight. I think they kind of know it too. So spreadsheet wise, 9.5 for Golden State. Boom, 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 boom. All this kind of pushes. We got some threes. 3-point defense is lacking for both teams. Let's go look at props. I do like Golden State to win. I don't know about 10 points though. Maybe. They're 7-3. Phoenix is us. So Jimmy Butler hit a 3. He's hit a 3 this many times. My God, Jimmy, stop shooting so many threes. Bradley Beal under. Draymond under is no. Bradley Beal. Richards under. Yeah, no. Grayson out under. I don't want to take no damn unders. Oh, yes. This is what we're going to do, I think. We're going to fade the 29th worst 3-point defense, allowing 41.6 3-point shooting in the last 10 games. And we're going to fade him by bringing out old Podomzimski, because dude likes to launch a bunch of threes. And he's yeah, his head-to-head matchup, last time I faced him, he had 4 of them. So, yeah, pretty good overall. And that was on January 31st. Obviously, he's probably going to play a little bit more minutes today, I would assume. How many minutes is he playing now? Well, that game he played 21. Last 10, he's playing 30s, mid-30s. Yeah, how many threes is he taking now? 9, 8, 10. Yeah, good stuff. I'm gonna take this guy. Let's try to spell it again. Podzimski over 2. Is that 2.5 threes? I'm down for it. I'm down. It's the second worst, but it's the second best matchup you could have when it comes to 3-pointers, and he's got it. I'm taking it next. Last game, we have San Antonio and the Clippers. It is 12.5 for LA with a 227.5. I will show the standings because Clippers matter. They're in the 5 spot. They're still competing with Denver and LA and Golden State, Minnesota, Memphis, in this little cluster jam, whatever you want to call it, of games here. So they're going to keep on trying. Now, do they cover by 12? I don't know, but they should try. So let's look at the depth charts. San Antonio's been done. They done. Don't even care who plays for them. The usual suspects, nothing new. Clippers care. I matter about this team. Everybody's there. Kawhi is day-to-day. Is he probable? He's questionable. We can work with questionable. Let's go spreadsheet. What we got? San Antonio's not playing good at all. You can see Clippers are still playing amazing. Great defense. 3-1. Yeah, I think I might still take Clippers by 12.5. They might just run them out the building by 30. So in the last few times I've said that, they've done that. Clippers have done quite well. So let's go to props too. I'm leaning Clippers 12.5. Kawhi over 30. I guess he's not questionable. I guess he's going to be good. So if you want to say Kawhi, you could say Powell under. No. We look through the props, kind of scroll through here. Derrick Jones hit threes. Nah. We're gonna go Clips, baby. We're going to the Yacht Club. LAC minus 12.5. I'm gonna take them to run the Spurs out of the building. That's what we're gonna do and end it right there. Back to the schedule we go. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 more games on the slate to talk about. Hopefully we have more plays. I'm surprised I found 5 plays of the 10 games. I'm actually surprised, but hey, whatever. Go check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out or access to the spreadsheet so you can do your own research for all sports I do. Other than that, I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know in the comments what you're playing, or if you see any injury updates that I haven't caught yet, or anything, or what you're playing, because hey, why not? Let's help each other out. So other than that, I appreciate being here, and we'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday. Peace.